A high-profile celebrity feud between the famous couple Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds on one side, and actor and producer Justin Baldoni, along with his business partners on the other, continues to escalate. As reported by reputable English-language media outlets, this matter has already divided Hollywood and is expected to have an even greater impact on the entire industry in the future. Notably, a lawsuit filed by Baldoni for $250 million, along with his version of events supported by emails and correspondence that present the situation from a completely different perspective, indicates aggressive behavior by Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively's husband. Moreover, Blake herself is reportedly engaging in significant blackmail against her film colleagues, threatening and attempting to seize creative control as well as financial oversight. When she failed to achieve complete control, she defamed and sued in an attempt to ruin Baldoni's and the film's producer Jamie Hitt's careers in the movie It Will All End With Us. This is their version of events, which already has substantial confirmations, and naturally, it warrants further consideration. I suggest we continue dissecting this intriguing story, starting right now. So, to briefly recap the ongoing situation, it's important to remember that the well-known actress and wife of Ryan Reynolds, Blake Lively, recently filed a lawsuit against her co-star in the film It Will All End With Us, Justin Baldoni. She accuses him of sexual harassment and orchestrating a defamatory campaign against her and other actresses facing violence in Hollywood. This lawsuit also involves Columbia Pictures, the film's producer Jamie Hitt, crisis manager Justin Baldoni, and his partner Melissa Neen. Interestingly, this story keeps adding new and unexpected facts. For instance, in his latest statement, Justin Baldoni announced that he is suing Blake Lively, accusing her along with Reynolds and their agents of conducting a dirty behind-the-scenes campaign aimed at destroying his career. Actor Baldoni's lawyer, Brian Friedman, stated that this lawsuit is shocking everyone and that they plan to release all correspondence involving Lively, including emails, after which the public, according to them, will be stunned. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni has already filed a lawsuit against the New York Times publication along with his partner and colleague, producer Jamie Hitt. The publication is accused of releasing a one-sided article based solely on Lively's account, ignoring evidence that contradicts her claims. The plaintiffs argue that the New York Times relied almost entirely on Lively's unverified and self-serving story, reproducing it nearly verbatim while ignoring numerous facts that revealed her true motives. In response, a representative of the New York Times defended their report, claiming that the story was thoroughly and responsibly prepared, based on thousands of pages of original documents, including text messages and emails. In retaliation, Baldoni's team began gradually publishing some emails and screenshots of correspondence with Blake Lively, which, they claim, completely overturn her version of events. For example, an email obtained by the In Touch portal, part of Jamie Hitt and Baldoni's lawsuit against Lively, shows how the producer of It Will All End With Us responds to Lively's request to credit her as a producer of the project. In the email, Hitt firmly rejects the request, calling it unfounded and unfair, stating that the film was unjustly taken from Justin as a director and effectively removed from the control of Fair Company due to Blake's extortion. The producer then details the events, claiming that the email was written under the pressure of threats that Lively used to achieve her goals. According to Baldoni as the director and Hitt as the producer of It Will All End With Us, Lively demanded almost complete control over the creation and distribution of the film, which, by the way, grossed nearly $350 million on a $25 million budget, a huge profit. Lively allegedly demanded to become the producer of the film and gain control from Baldoni's production company, threatening their colleagues in the process. When she couldn't fully achieve her goals, she attempted to destroy their reputation and careers through a sensational lawsuit. This is the position of the defendants, Baldoni and Hitt, who are now filing their own lawsuits. However, the truth of what is actually happening remains unknown. But the unexpected twists in this case didn't end there, they only began. Justin Baldoni also released one of the screenshots of his correspondence with Lively, where they discuss, for example, the image of her character, and it's there that Lively asks to make her more sexual, which the actress later used to accuse the director. Let's listen to what Baldoni's side has to say about this. He claims that Mr. Baldoni improperly described Miss Lively's character's outfit as overly sexual, misleading the portrayal. The text messages between Baldoni and Lively show that Miss Lively insisted that her character's clothing be much sexier, and when Baldoni later used that term, he was merely responding to her creative input, not evaluating her personally. Miss Lively set the tone, which Mr. Baldoni did not follow in the creative process. Her lawyer and Baldoni's representatives also responded to other accusations from the actress. For example, in her lawsuit, it was stated that Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Hitt were constantly hugging and touching actors and the film crew. And when Miss Lively and others avoided these touches, Mr. Baldoni and Mr. Hitt retaliated by becoming irritated, cold, and unwilling to cooperate. As a result, an unfriendly and volatile atmosphere prevailed for Miss Lively, her staff, and others on set. Additionally, Blake claimed that Justin referred to women on set as sexual. The actress stated that the director and producer entered her trailer several times without warning while she was getting dressed. According to Lively, Jamie Hitt once entered while she was undressing, and makeup artists were washing her makeup off. Now we have the other side's version. Miss Lively almost immediately stated that it was acceptable for someone to be nearby while she was breastfeeding. Let me remind you that the actress and wife of Ryan Reynolds is a mother of several children. This means she was feeding her children, and the producer's lawyer continued that Hitt and Baldoni have children and feel comfortable around breastfeeding mothers, and Lively seemed to feel equally comfortable around them. As it turned out, in a text message exchange between Baldoni and Lively less than 2 weeks after filming began, Miss Lively invited Mr. Baldoni to her trailer to rehearse lines. The defense attached screenshots of the correspondence to the case. Now, according to the lawyers, Lively claims in her complaint that Baldoni and Hitt entered her dressing room of their own accord while she was breastfeeding. Notably, breastfeeding was an activity she often conducted openly in the presence of both Baldoni and Hitt, including during production meetings, as stated in the declaration. In general, as you can see, one side completely denies all the other side's accusations and puts forward their own claims. However, unlike Lively, these arguments are not yet supported by any facts in the form of correspondence, messages, or emails. By the way, Baldoni himself claims that Blake Lively's husband, Ryan Reynolds, was aggressively hostile towards him, which indirectly confirms, for example, the fact that, as journalists noted, Reynolds blocked Baldoni on his Instagram almost immediately after filming for It Will All End With Us began, even though, according to Blake Lively herself, she and Justin Baldoni had a perfectly normal relationship. In short, this legal conflict, as reported by publications, has shocked Hollywood, and many insiders and fans are divided in their opinions on the situation. Some criticize Lively for allegedly using threats to gain creative and financial control, while others believe her harassment claims deserve serious consideration. Social media is also abuzz with opinions. Some accuse the producers of trying to silence Lively, while others question her motives. The dispute also raises issues about power in Hollywood and the challenges women face when addressing misconduct. In the end, we see how Hollywood and the public are split in half. And what's even more interesting is how the same events are described from diametrically opposite sides, portraying each other in a negative light. Thus, it's currently unclear whom to believe, and the truth is still very far away. This means that the most interesting developments are yet to come. Therefore, subscribe to our channel right now and click the bell icon so you don't miss anything. And in the comments, let us know which side you're on and what you think about all of this. Thank you all for watching, and goodbye.